Good afternoon. It's Monday today, and as you might be able to see, I washed my hair. And I did some cleaning, and I took a walk with my husband. It was a very short walk because the park is like 10 minutes away. By the time we get there, I'm tired. Now we need to sit down. And then I can do a little tiny lap around the pond, and then usually we have to go back because I'm tired, but that's okay. I wanted to show you the progress that I made yesterday on my sock. So all the way from this little marker to that little marker. I think that's quite some knitting. And then from here to here, that's what I did this morning. But I forgot yet again to unwrap my advent yesterday, so we get to do 2 today. So I'm gonna get them because it was the 11th yesterday and the 12th. Seriously, English. 11 and 12. That's what I'm gonna get. Hold on. Let's start with 11. Ooh, that is very pretty. That's 11. And then this is 12. Now that's cute. I was actually thinking Vera sent me a picture, Vera Studio Solas, sent me a picture of some baby socks she knitted for her sister-in-law's baby, of course, with one of those skeins for day 7, I think, the Christmassy red. So I was actually thinking of doing the same thing. And I've been thinking that because this yarn is so soft, I might make one of those like magic balls where you just wind a bunch of mini skeins into one big skein and you make like the magic knot, so you can just keep going. And then I might make a ranunculus with it, because I already knit one ranunculus, but I can't fit in it right now. But that was also Blueface last year, as is this yarn. And it's really cute, so I thought I might size up 2 or 3 sizes, because the one I knit, it was a challenge, so I knitted from one skein, 100 gram skein, but it's like a crop top, and it's basically skin tight, and I would like a bigger one, with maybe long sleeves to just do like a French tuck with once I fit into my high-waisted jeans again, or once I make new high-waisted jeans that fit me. Good morning. Today is Wednesday the 14th. I forgot to open my advent again yesterday, but it only means that we have 2 to open today. We actually had quite the ordeal, because when I got home from my parents last night, around 9 in the evening, I already saw a work van outside from the, what do you call that? Power network people. And then 20 minutes later, the whole block lost power. Like no electricity whatsoever. And our heating works on power. Gas, but it also needs power. We have an electric stovetop, so we couldn't even boil water. And it was very cold. And to top it all off, I couldn't sleep that well anyways. But 4:30 in the morning, I was luckily already awake. Power came back on. Those poor men were working outside all night. -6, which is very, very cold for Dutch standards. But 4:30, all the power came back on. All the lamps also came back on, because I don't know which way the light is on or off. So I tried to turn stuff off, but I didn't know what was on to begin with. I did not have a good night's sleep. But to treat myself, I have decided that we are going on a little adventure into the city. We're gonna take the metro, 3 stops, and we're gonna go to one of my local yarn stores. I've never been there before, but it's this little shop called Stephen and Penelope. Apparently it's a thing, and I decided that I get to spoil myself a little bit because it's almost Christmas and I haven't gotten myself a Christmas gift yet. So that's what we're gonna do. I might meet my husband in the city as well because he's working. But before we do that, let's open Advent. Start with day 13. Still not ready to open the big package with the full skein yarn and a notebook or a book because we're delaying that. Let's see. Ooh. Now this is pretty. So it's a purple gray. It's really nice. No, I am smelling it. Who am I kidding? Emily from Emily Kate made a joke that I always smell yarn. And I know I do. It's just, it's not even a conscious decision. It just happens and it always smells so good. I don't know, do you smell yarn? Am I the only one? Please tell me I'm not the only one. And day 4, ooh. I think this is what they call chartreuse. It's like green yellow. Chartreuse, is that it? Not sure, but very lovely. All right, it is time for me to go outside. I am wearing double layers. So I'm wearing leggings and pants. I got wool socks on. I will put my big furry Dr. Martens on. I'm gonna put another sweater on and the only coat that fits. More shawls, gloves, because it's still -6 outside, which is very cold. I'm not gonna take the big camera because I feel very awkward, but I will try to show you something of my trip to Amsterdam. Well, I live in Amsterdam. It's like 50 minutes by bike, but I don't bike anymore because people are crazy and it's not very comfortable right now. So we're taking the metro, but it's really quick. It's just a 5-minute walk to the stop, and then it's, I think, 6 minutes in the metro. And then I'm in a city center. So I should enjoy that while we still live in Amsterdam. Let's go look at some yarns. Possibly smell them like a weirdo. Before we lose the light, I thought I would update you on my little excursion into the city. So I took the metro down. I met up with my husband in a lovely bookstore. It's called Scheltema. Did not buy a book. But we did have coffee and a croissant. And then he went with me to Stephen and Penelope. It was only like an 800-meter walk, and it took me like 15 minutes. It was also very busy because it's towards the very touristy part of the city. It's not in the red light district, but it's like on the edge of it. Which, if you've ever been to Amsterdam, you will know that it's a very, very busy part of the town. It's very touristy, but there's also Stephen and Penelope. So I went for one thing, but I went with a treat yourself attitude, which I did. So I went for these. These are Chowgu fixed circulars, 2mm needles, and I want them. Am I in focus? I don't know. I want them for sock knitting because I've knit all my socks on a 2.25mm needle, but tragedy has struck, and my favorite socks that I wear admittedly all the time, I think I finished them in February. They're in a mending. I will show them this week. I don't know where I stashed them for now, but they've worn through under the ball of my foot, like holes. And it's so weird because I did not notice it until there were suddenly 4 holes, 2 in each of them. So that gives me the opportunity to learn how to mend socks. And I have no clue how to do this because it's really like across the whole ball of my foot. I don't think it's necessarily the yarn. I've knit them up in Mondim, which is a no nylon sock yarn. But I wear my socks around the house, in the staircase, on all surfaces, in all sorts of shoes and boots. And I'm not precious about them at all. Which, who would have thought, leads to holes. So to combat that, I thought I would go down a needle size to 2mm needles. So the gauge is denser. And yeah, knit more socks so I can wear different kind of socks every day instead of just the same socks for couple days and then wash them and then wear them again for a couple days. But so I got the knitting needles. What I also got, it started with this. So I got the mini palm book, Happy Knits for Little Kids. Stephen and Penelope actually have a 20% or 25% discount on all their books. And I really got it for one specific pattern, but there's many in there that I like. But I really love the mini Woodwardia, and I'll show you a picture. So it's basically a simple raglan, but with decorative raglan stitches, and it just looks so beautiful. I got some yarn to go with that. Actually, my husband selected it because he went with me, and he was being very good about pointing out all the non-superwash wool, because it's a lovely shop. You will have seen some footage if you've never been there, but they do a lot of superwash, and as we all know, I don't like superwash. So I got this A Room of My Own from Susan Crawford. Got this color. It is Rusty Tractor. The mini Woodwardia is a DK weight pattern, and this is fingering. It's the base is called Buyer Fingering. It's 100% British wool. I hope it's gonna be fine for a kid's sweater. It doesn't feel scratchy to me at all, and usually I'm quite sensitive in my face, but we'll see how the kid feels about that. I think I'm gonna make the 12 to 18 months, because then it will fit next winter-ish when it starts getting cold. And you can always roll up the sleeves and wear it a little big. So yeah, that should be exactly enough. And if it's not, I can always do like the ribbing in a different color. So I got this for the baby. Then I had some indulgences. You might be familiar with La Bien Aimée, which is a yarn company from Paris. And I got some of their, what is it called? Merino Super Sock. It is superwash. It does have nylon, but look at it. I think that's just, it's beautiful. Just gonna use it to knit myself more socks. And I mean, because they're superwash, they're probably gonna not be as warm as non-superwash. But it's okay, I think. I mean, summer will come. I will need socks that are not as warm. So I got this. Then I got, where's this skein? Oh, sitting on it. More Susan Crawford. So I got this. It's sock yarn. It's called Bloom Sock. And it's 75% non-superwash blue face Leicester with 25% nylon. It's the color Undergrowth, which I think is just beautiful. And then I was thinking of holding this double, maybe. So it's a DK weight sock. And then I got these two minis to go with it. And I was thinking maybe I could hold these together for a moral, or I could just do a fingering weight sock, and then I can probably get 2 pairs out of this. So that was already quite a lot of money, but it's my Christmas present to myself. And sometimes you need to treat yourself, I think. And then last but not least, I was almost ready to go, and then I saw this yarn, and it's so beautiful. So it's from Old Maiden On Yarns, unique and beautiful yarns handmade in Scotland. It is 80% superwash merino and 20% bamboo 4-ply. It's the color Blow Winds Blow, and it's It's so incredibly soft. So look at this color. Oh, it's so beautiful, I think. And I had no plan for it, but then I saw on Instagram, you might know Kat from Heather and Hops. She just today, unfurling this thing, she just today released a pattern, a water bottle cozy pattern. It's cabled for DK, but I thought I could hold this double because this is a fingering or it's a 4-ply. Not sure if cables and then holding this double will work. If it doesn't, I'll rip it out and knit just a plain something. But I thought a hot water bottle is hot from itself, and then this is super soft, and that's a perfect combination. Doesn't smell as good as the Studio Solas yarns though, but it is lovely. Yeah, but so that little trip into the city was quite, well, it's not an ordeal, but it tired me so much. So I took a little break on the couch, and I wanted to watch some vlogmases and podcasts, but there was construction downstairs. So, and then the house, you might notice that the Christmas tree is no longer behind the couch. So we're moving around some furniture. So my husband's office is back in the living room, and then part of his office will turn into a bit more of a nursery, and the Christmas tree is back there. But it was a bit untidy, and I got a bit over or dysregulated or overstimulated, whatever you want to call it. So I popped on my noise cancelling headphones and I did some washing up and clearing up and tidying, which usually helps me calm down a bit. I don't know if you have that. I'm not what you would call a natural homemaker, but I make a lot of messes, but I also need things to be tidy, which is dumb because I annoy myself to no end sometimes. I also knit on my winter's beach cardi, and it's actually starting to take shape. I'll show you my progress. So let's look at the juicy cable bit. Look at that! It's really starting to. I think these are the antler cables, right? And then there's these fun like bloop bloops, and it's going quite fast now. The ribbing was just endless agony because it was on 3.5 mil needles, and the ribbing is matched up with the cables above it, so it's, excuse me, it's not just 2x2 ribs, it's 2x2 by 1x1 by, I don't know. So you really have to pay attention when you're knitting on it. And for cables, I don't mind that, but it was a bit annoying for the ribbing because it just takes a lot of attention, but it's not necessarily fun. Now that I'm at the cable and the moss stitch, I do really like it. It's not a mindless knit because you constantly have to pay attention, and for the moss stitch you have to switch around and stuff, but it is very engaging, so that's good. And I have my socks for a mindless knit. So yeah, that was my day. It's getting later, it's getting a little bit darker. It's right now, it's only 4, but the sun is going down. So I might actually watch Vlogmas now and just chill on the couch and wait for the husband to get home, and I might try and convince him to order some food. We haven't in a long time, and I'm in a mood for something bad, you know, to go with all the spending money on yarn. Yeah, so that's my day, and I'll just be sitting and knitting on a couch. That's what I'm gonna do. Today is Thursday the 15th, and I thought I would hop on and show you that I actually do wear different sweaters. This is the Winter Sol sweater by Jennifer Steingas. I knitted in beginning of this year, I think. And my Drema sweater is actually soaking right now, and I'm gonna try something very scary. So it's soaking in a tub, we don't have a tub, but we have a baby tub, and then I'm gonna put it in the washing machine on just a gentle spin to get the water out, and hopefully I will not ruin my sweater. It should be fine. All signs point towards being fine. But so today I put on this sweater. It's actually a little bit short with the belly, but I'm not going out that much anyways, so it should be fine. So yesterday I went on a treat yourself rampage at Stephen Penelope, but last night the doorbell went and there was a package from Germany, from Jule, from the woolen twine fibers, and I thought I'd show you what I got in. I haven't seen it yet, so let's do it together. Ooh, it starts with a lovely card. So this is the card with care instructions, and it says natural 100% non-superwash plastic free wool. And if you want to follow her on Instagram, she's called Woolen Twine. It smells, you know me, I love a good smell. It smells so lovely. It smells, I don't even have to hold it to my face. It smells very sheepy, but in a very good way. So let's start with the first really cool thing, which is this sock yarn. It is called Snowflake. It's a 100% Cordell sock yarn, high twist. I'll tell you, this skein has been ethically sourced and naturally dyed by hand, respecting natural resources and keeping the process as sustainable as possible. But will you just look at it? It's so pretty. And if I play my cards correctly, I get 2 pairs of socks out of this if I use contrasting heels, cuffs, and toes. Oh, it smells good. It smells very sheepy. Feiras yarn from Studio Solas. I think she keeps some fragrant soaps or natural oils or something. What do you call them? No, not ethereal oils. You know what I mean, those oils. But this smells really sheepy. But it's been laying on top of this next thing, so that's probably why. Wait, I'll show you first before I pry it aloud. Look. That's a box of goody goodness. Let's carefully grab one. Oh, isn't this just a beautiful cake? So these are, let me tell you the deets. A blend of local sheep breeds such as Jura Schaff, Coburger Fuschaf, Merino Landschaft, and Schwarzkopf Schaff. My German is not the best anymore. I used to speak it, but I forgot. Sourced locally and custom spun at a family-run mill. Amount approximately 100 grams, and this is the linen colorway. She had 2 linen and something else, but this is the linen. And I do think that I'm gonna go for the what is it called? It's from Ozetta, and it's the Field Day cardigan, I think. But I'm gonna knit up some samples because I might want to hold it just double. I've been doing some research into unspun, and I think if you hold it double it should be fine, because I'm not really a big mohair fan, because I don't know, I've heard some ethical problems about mohair. So there's ethical mohair because there's ethical wool, but yeah, I don't know. Also, I find it a bit itchy. So I might just hold it double, or I might go for like a Suri alpaca silk thing. But this is just a beautiful color. And it's gonna be a cardigan, I know that much. Very excited. Oh, let's also unwrap today's advent before I forget. You will have seen me, let's gently tuck it back in. Pack up some Christmas presents, because this Saturday we're doing a pre-Christmas dinner, because my brother and his wife and my nephew, they're going to Japan for 3 weeks to be with my sister-in-law's family for Christmas. So they won't be here for actual Christmas, unfortunately. So we're having a pre-Christmas celebration with gifts. Oh, there's also a little happy holidays card. It says, "Happy holidays to you and your loved ones. May the next year bring you all the good things and lots of joy. Sending warm thoughts your way, Jule." Well, warm thoughts are gonna work, because this is gonna be a very warm cardigan. Let me get day 15 for you. 15. Ooh, that's nice. That is nice. Smells good. I'm actually gonna spend the afternoon sewing, because usually I sew upstairs in my studio, but it's 9 degrees in the attic. There is no central heating there. I do have a space heater, but the space heater will not heat up the whole thing. So when my husband is back, he's gonna bring my sewing machine down, and I'm gonna sew some baby capes, because that's like baby towels, because that's the only thing that I'm missing from the baby registry, and I make them to sell, and I haven't made my own baby any yet. So that's what I'm gonna do. Might show you a bit. Yeah. A good day. Oh, I'm watching Amber from A Lovely Yarn on Vlogmas right now while I was munching on some bread, peanut butter. Yeah, it's a good day. Okay, let's get to knitting and sewing. Today is Monday the 19th. We had quite the busy weekend. I actually forgot, or I didn't forget, I just didn't record the whole weekend. On Friday we had a friend over for dinner, and then on Saturday we had the pre-Christmas dinner with my family. And then on Sunday, we finally played some D&D again. I play with a group of my friends, or really my husband's friends, but they're my friends too. And I'm the DM, and we're playing, for those who are familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, we are playing the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, which is really fun. But that did not leave a lot of time for recording. It did leave a lot of time for knitting. So I finished my socks. I've woven in all the ends, but I still have to cut them. Never knit socks this fast, I think. It's 2 weeks. Well, I am on leave, so I did run out of the contrast. I think it's because my ribbing is quite deep. It's 4 centimeters. And then with the heel flap, which is also not small, I ran out. But I think it's still fine. So we'll see how they wear. I'm very excited to cast on my next pair of socks because I found that I really like having just plain stockinette socks. So I'm probably gonna use a Room of One's Own yarn with 2mm needles. We also have a lot of presents to unwrap because there's 4 days of Advent. So let's take a look at those. Day 16. Ooh. That is very nice. Ooh, that's nice. $17. $18. I also found this teeny tiny cider wood heart in the box, which of course is supposed to keep out any bugs that want to eat our lovely yarn. I also decided that today is the day that I need a bigger present, so we're going to unwrap the big unnumbered present. Let's just see what's in there. Ooh. So my guess is a skein of undyed yarn, some sort of notebook, and something else, I think. Also, since yesterday I'm 37 weeks pregnant, that means that baby is allowed to come any day now, and that I could deliver him at home if I so wanted. I do really want a home birth. If everything goes all right, you know. But yeah, so that's really weird because he's supposed to stick around in me for another 3 weeks, and I hope he does because I just want to celebrate like Christmas and New Year's and stuff. But it is like, ooh, what am I feeling? Is it a baby? Is labor about to start? It's multiple prezzies. Okay. 1. An undyed skein of yarn, Blue Face Leicester, as I thought. So it's between fingering and sport. I think it's 350 meters per 100 gram. It's the same I used for my previous ranunculus, but I made that into a crop top. So I'm not gonna do that again because I don't think it fits my body at the moment. Then Woo Wash Eucalyptus, ingredients: olive oil, coconut oil, water, lye, lanolin, essential eucalyptus oil, and you're supposed to like grate a bit of it, and then you can use it to wash your woolens. Ooh. This is what I heard. These are nice. Hold on. There's these lovely stitch markers. And this. What will it be? Ooh, these are very handy. Wait, oh. So they're just little rings. You can also use the stitch markers. Those are very, very handy. And as I suspected, a lovely notebook. Oh, this is so nice. So it's a notebook cover that Vera has printed herself, pretty sure made herself, with a bookmark too, and then it is a cork, see, a cork notebook. This is nice. I love notebooks. I'm terrible at keeping up with notebooks. I have one notebook that is my catch-all everything notebook. It's like a bullet journal notebook sketchpad thing that I keep my diary in as well, or my calendar, I guess. And I always intend to like have these beautiful sewing and knitting notebooks, but I never keep up with them, so I just put it all in my bullet journal. But I might just, because I'm about to move to a new bullet journal because this one is full, so I might just move all my knitting notes into this journal because it's so pretty. Look at that. That's really nice. So after I've wrapped up here and cleaned up the living room a little bit, I'm going over to my mother's and my father's house because me and my mom are gonna make Christmas cookies, which I will show you maybe a little bit. I'm working on, I kind of forgot about the fact that I promised my husband very warm socks for Christmas. So I picked them up yesterday again because I finished my own socks. And they're actually going really quickly, so I hope that I will be able to finish them before Christmas, which we will celebrate on Christmas Eve. And I'm very excited to cast on a new pair of socks for me. And maybe a pair of socks for baby, with some of this beautiful wool from the infant. Yeah, so I hope that you are very cozy, either very nice and warm or nice and cool, and that you're working on some cool things. Oh, last thing before I sign off for now. I washed several of my sweaters, but the problem I always have is that what I do is I soak them in like Eucalyptus, the no rinse soap, and then I squeeze them out in a towel and I lay them out flat, but it takes forever to dry. So what I did is I put them in a washing machine for a spin cycle only. I put them in their own like wash bags and I put them on a spin cycle, just spinning, or centrifuge. And then I hung them over the balustrade. Well, no, what is it called? Railing? In our stairwell, we have like a railing thingy. I put them over there and they were dry in like a day and a half. It was great. I was very scared to put them on the spin cycle because I thought that somehow I would ruin them, but I didn't. So that makes washing sweaters so much easier. And I'll probably do it more often. Also, it really softens up the low piece, and that's great. And it also softened up this merino from Studio Solas. So that was very nice. All right, let's go make cookies. So, day 21 of December. How is it almost Christmas? I have a lot of noise. Sorry about that. 2 advents to open. And before I do that, I have 1 finished sock for the husband. And I'm just seaming up sock number 2 for the husband, which means that 1, he gets his Christmas present on time. And 2, I get to pick new socks for me, which is really nice. Let's open day 20. Ooh. That is... Hello? There you go. Oh. That's day 20. That's really nice. Ooh. Now this is nice. Look at that green. That's really pretty. I'm getting excited to record like a normal podcast episode because I think I have a lot to talk about. I might do that on Christmas Day because Christmas Eve we are spending it with my aunt and uncle down south. Well, it's to the other side of the country, so it's 2 hours by car. 5 provinces over, I think. And then Boxing Day, I guess, first day of Christmas, we're spending it at home. And then the second day of Christmas, we are spending it with my in-laws, my husband's mum and her husband. I'm actually gonna try and get started on editing like this vlog, because it's gonna be really weird mishmash of stuff, but I hope you have enjoyed it, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna do a festive vlog 4 or if this is the end of the festive vlogs for now. Really, baby could come any day. Like, today was a day where the thing I did was wash my hair, and then I needed a nap, but I couldn't sleep because I couldn't get comfortable. That's the stage of pregnancy I'm at. Don't get me wrong, I'm still incredibly grateful because getting pregnant is never a given, but especially not for me. Because of the whole PCOS thing. But I have to say, almost 38 weeks pregnant, baby's getting very big. The midwife commented on that he's quite big. Nothing I can't handle apparently, but yeah, let's get back to wrapping up this vlog. So I hope you've enjoyed this little festive vlogmas thingamabob, and there might be a 4th one or maybe not, but there is a normal episode coming because yeah. Alright, see ya.